Okay, so I know the quality isn't the best, but I didn't feel like holding my phone, so we're just gonna go with what we have. So I know it's been a couple of weeks since I've been able to um, come back and kind of talk about how things have been and how it's been affecting me so far. Um, so basically, after the first couple of weeks, um, I noticed that I was kind of starting to feel lighter. Some things didn't bother me as much, you know, that kind of thing. Here's the hard part about it. If you have been through some shit and your mind has been like, no, we're good on remembering that, so we're just not, um, it's going to bring those things back up. I've been dealing with that. That's that's part of the process. First, let me disclosure that's part of the process, a healing process. And it's okay. It's almost kind of like when you first go through surgery and you get out of that room and you're like, oh my god, I'm in pain, I'm swollen, I can't move. Fuck, was it even worth it? And then a couple of weeks go by and it doesn't hurt as much, and then next thing you know, you're better than what you were before. And I think that that is the ultimate goal. But I am definitely in that holy shit, is this worth it stage, because it's weird balance between remembering really cool things. Like I was raised by my great grandfather. He was born in 1918. He was married to my great grandmother for like 64 years. Built his house with his literal two hands. Him and my great grandmother. Um, he was a hell of a man, and that's where I lived. And but one of the most traumatic things that has um, happened to me there. And so I feel like my brain has a hard time between distinguishing the good and the bad of just that house and that property in general. Um, so not the other day, but like it was like in the first couple of weeks, for some weird reason, it's so random, I was able to remember, because I live in Florida, but I grew up in Georgia, around like Macon, Georgia. So it's not like I can just drive over there and see what it looks like. I'd have to drive like 8 hours to go see that house. And the house that I lived at is in a really bad neighborhood. If y'all want to do some homework, look up Macon, Georgia crime rate. It's quite interesting. And when I lived there, it was bad, but it's gotten worse. So even if I wanted to drive down there, it's probably not the best idea. Um, but so it's not like I could just pop over. So it's been a long time since I've seen the house, but I can remember the full inside of it. I can remember everything about it. But for some reason, all of a sudden, I could just remember the backyard. And he used to grow plants, but that's where my memory stopped. But I remember, so if it's like, here's the house over here, and then you have kind of like the backyard, and then you have another backyard, and then you go this way, and then there's a shed right here. It was all this area that I couldn't remember, and now I do, and I can remember in great detail, and I've remembered a lot of other really positive things, and that makes me feel good because that's the only thing I have now of that. And but the bad memories are worse now, because when you're 15, 16, you you know what's going on, but you don't. And when you get older as an adult and you're able to understand what happened to the degree that it happened, that's that fuck, was it even worth it? And it takes a good support system, and if you don't have one, you chin that shit out. You know, you you focus on it, you understand, and you do your best to move forward. And you have to do this with a clear mind. You can't be, you know, doing any kind of drugs or drinking all the time or anything like that. You actually have to feel this shit. And that's the second part of it too. So right now, I've done about 6 sessions, and I I want to say it's helping. I really do. I'm sleeping a little bit better. My dreams are wild. And I don't know. So if anyone out there is wondering, is this right for me? Should I do it? Whatever. The real question is, are you really wanting to heal? Are you really wanting to heal? Because people can say all the time, oh, I wish I could get better. But let's be honest. If you get better, you can no longer use it as a crutch. So are you ready to remove the crutches? And you have to be strong on your own. This isn't anything anybody can do for you. So, I guess that's it. I mean, I don't know. That's all I can think of. I mean, there's good, there's bad, but like I said, it just really depends on if you want to get better. And I'm tired of not feeling like I know myself. So, all right. I hope this helps. I'll probably post maybe 1 or 2 times after, because I'm going to continue doing them. Since I'm at about my 6th session, we're going to take a bit of a break because she doesn't want too much shit to be pulled out, and then next thing you know, I'm like freaking the fuck out and I have no idea how to handle myself. So we're going to take a break, and then early March, we're probably going to start them up again. And yeah, so I will talk to y'all soon.